I am Gary Newton, the chair of Mesa Medical Equipment and Supplies Abroad. I'm a member of the St. Mary's Rotary Club. Mesa is a nonprofit organization collecting medical equipment and supplies from hospitals, nursing homes, doctors, and dentists, and shipping those really around the world, as the name implies, medical equipment and supplies abroad. Mesa was started in 1981, so we're over 40 years old. And it was originally started with a request from a district governor in Pakistan. And there was no organization at that point to handle that request. So Mesa was formed. We began collecting medical equipment and supplies. There's a lot of areas around the world that could really continue to use that equipment. There was nothing wrong with it. And so we formed this organization to collect that equipment and to ship it overseas. The process starts with a call from a hospital or nursing home and asking us if we would like whatever items they have and if we can pick those up, or in some cases they bring them to our warehouse. Then we get calls from organizations overseas, match their needs with what's in our warehouse. And when we can fulfill most of those needs, then we can prepare a shipment. We only ship in 40-foot containers, so we have to build that shipment over time. We're typically building 2 to 3 shipments at a time. We made 32 shipments last year. We made shipments to the Grenadines, St. Vincent, Panama, Mexico, Lebanon, and several shipments to the Ukraine. I think some of the most impactful stories came out of the Ukraine. You know, a lot of our shipments went to the front line. Things as simple as gloves. There were stories on the front lines of Ukraine where they were washing supposedly sterile gloves and reusing them. We send surgical trays, surgical equipment, gloves, surgical tables, all those things that they use. So we could set up a whole field hospital with the things that they sent. And they were just thrilled to get those and sent videos and pictures back of our equipment actually in use. And it was used instantly when it got there. Sometimes you hear about a story of a conflict like what's going on in the Ukraine, and you think, what can we do? We cannot have any impact on this. And through Mesa, we really can have an impact. And we've sent over 20 shipments to the Ukraine last year. 100% certain that we're saving lives there, that without our equipment, without our supplies, lives would be lost that wouldn't need to be lost. We're constantly trying to improve the organizations. We're trying to make it sustainable to do more shipments in the future. We would also like to expand our area of getting the supplies and equipment. When we ship things to these poor areas in great need, it's 100% upgrade. They're replacing a mat on the floor with a hospital bed. They're replacing a chair with an exam table. You know, it's just a tremendous upgrade for them. So very, very small changes here result in very large changes around the world. So I think when you realize the most important things in your life are perhaps those service activities that you've done. You know, we focus a lot on our careers, and but you know, I think in the end that old adage that you know, when nobody on their deathbed ever says, "I wished I would have put in a few more hours at my job," you know, it's always in service or with your family or things. So there are, I think, things to get in proper perspective. You know, service should be a part of everyone's life. If you want to get involved with Mesa, if you want to contribute equipment or supplies, or if you want to get involved as a volunteer, or if you want to contribute funds to Mesa, you can go to our website, rotarymesa.org, and you can find all the contact information and more on the Mesa story at that website.